Hello, friends. Those back pages here. I hope you're well. I miss my friends. I really do. I really hope the National happens this year during old times. I won't even call them normal times anymore, but back during old times, those of you who have been with me for a long time know that I start to love to pump up the show. Tell people to make their reservations, get ready, put some money aside, save, because the National is like nothing else. And that's all still true. But man, I miss my friends. The Super Bowl was last night. I'll probably release this tonight or tomorrow night. We'll see. But the Super Bowl was last night, and I like Brady. I like Mahomes. So I was just hoping it would have been a good game. It was not, for various reasons, which we don't need to go into. But as a collector, I've always, I guess, prided myself on going my own way. And you see an array right there in front of you: the Elvis, the 3PO, and the O-Pee-Chee Beatles. The O-Pee-Chee Beatles and the Elvis. Pretty damn centered. Proud of that. But when you're collecting, especially over a long period of time, you're hunting, you're always looking, and I've said many times we should try to, as a collective whole, try to admire what we already have, because with our collecting mentality, we're always like, all right, well, that Elvis came in, I've got it now. Now what? Back to eBay, see what's going on next. And that's the nature of the beast of collecting. And at least for me, for the most part, when I get something like this Elvis, and I just want the one in my collection, I've got it, I move on to something else. I don't pay attention to what they go for, so I couldn't tell you. I honestly don't even remember what I paid for it. But I couldn't tell you what they go for now, but I would, if I had to venture a guess, it's more now than I bought that a couple years ago now. But that's not really a news flash that anything now is pretty much more expensive than it was a year ago. That's how the 2020 and now 2021 is going. I mean, we thought the prices last year were crazy, but now, what do they say? 2021 says hold my beer. Something like that. So I've got in some mail I wanted to go over with you guys. Some goat mail. In in all senses of the phrase goat. Two of the things I know what's in them. No, take that back. One of the things I know what's in the package. The other two I don't have any idea, and two I already opened. So as I was the hell is that? So as I was sorry parched. So as I was looking over my Kobe stuff, probably 2 weeks ago now, not long before the anniversary of his death, I noticed I had a couple glaring holes in the collection that I thought I had, but I didn't. and rookie card stuff. I've been trying to pick up other Kobe stuff. I think, all truth being told, I think Kobe stuff is still quote unquote underpriced. As far as basketball, the big three for the hobby: Michael, LeBron, Kobe. I don't think you can go wrong with any of those for any of their cards. But I had a couple glaring holes that I was attempting to add to the collection. And let me tell you, I've never been a tens guy. Well, for a very, very short period of time, I was a true gem collector. But for 95% of the time, I've been a fine nines guy. And well, fine nines in 2020 have reached the silly pricing level for a collector who's interested in adding to the collection and not the monetary thing. Not that there's anything wrong with the monetary thing, but so actually we're at the point now where eights have gotten a little not too bad, but again, for what I wanted to add to the collection, like this Hoops rookie is in a near mint 7, and I just didn't feel like paying up for the 8, so I added a 7. That is one of the great things I love about PSA, is that you're not punished as a submitter for having a 7. It looks the same as an 8 or a 9 or a 10 flip. You want to get into the semantics of the lighthouse, you want to, okay, but you can get them reholder. So I added this Hoops rookie, which I've never owned before. It's a cool looking card. Hoops still exists to this day, so I think that Hoops is relevant. And I think another thing I've spoken about many times is that when we're collecting, there's like, lack of a better term, meat and potatoes cards that we want to have in our collection. And obviously we'd love to have every single Kobe rookie or every single insert modern player here. Anyone after Mariano Rivera is going to have multiple rookies. I think it's safe to say Mariano Rivera's 92 Bowman, that's his only rookie, and it'll be the last player that'll have only one rookie, barring some kind of bizarre occurrence. But anyway, I think it depends on the sport. We could get that. I've discussed this many times, so I won't bog you guys down with it. But I feel that once you have the meat and potatoes rookie collection in your rookie cards in your collection, you can feel confident and move on to collecting something else, because as you know, collecting is a lifelong thing. It's a marathon and not a sprint, and you can't have it all. You can't have it all, but you can attain to have it all, so you're going to keep going. So another rookie Kobe I added to the collection was his Upper Deck, which is not particularly a good photograph in my opinion, but it is what it is. It's his Upper Deck rookie, and I think honestly, as I'm recording this in the month of February 2021, I think that Upper Deck base cards are underappreciated for what they are and what they represent, especially in basketball. When you compare Upper Deck, not talking about rookies, but you're talking about second, third year Kobe Upper Deck cards versus his Topps base, not chrome, Topps base, paper as the kids call it now. The price discrepancy between the two is astronomical and doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Both these companies, Topps and Upper Deck, will no longer be making NBA basketball cards, so there's no recency bias. Neither of them have made a basketball card and NBA basketball card in 12 years, since 2009. and that's not going to change. So I just think that, even Michael Jordan hasn't had an NBA licensed basketball card in 12 years. Let that sink in. 2009, while he was retired, still had NBA cards in Upper Deck products, being an Upper Deck spokesman. I've always found that fascinating, that doing the research lately in the zig when they're zagging or zag when they're zigging category, trying to keep involved in the hobby during these crazy price times. You have to try to think outside the box, and I've always preached that, to think outside the box. So that was one of the things that baffled me recently. So next up, I've got some mail to open, and this first one is from a friend of mine. Her name's Donna. She is part of the Blake Jameson 1023 crew, as we like to call ourselves, that hang out during the pandemic, the height of the pandemic in 2020, when Blake Jameson, an artist on Project 2020, when he was doing streams as often as 7 days a week at 10:23 p.m. Eastern. Now he still does a couple streams a week now that the project is over. But she's a photographer. She's a prominent member of the 1023 crew. And I'll put her information. She's not on YouTube, but she's on Twitter and she's on Instagram. And if I remember, I'll put the information down below. But she's created this, and again, she didn't know I was gonna show these on camera, but I just think it's our information is here. This is just a card. Appreciate your support, encouragement, and friendship, Donna Spheres, that she took this picture. Okay. And there we go. See, that's her Instagram, Twitter handle. If this is something that interests you, please do reach out to her, because I think this is just a fantastic... I know what this is, so I'm just going to show it off. It is a 4-card set. That's a custom. This is a 4-card set that I'm very happy to have in the collection. And it's, I think one of the, again, I'm not a, this is a, it'll say the information on the back, but Hinchcliffe Stadium, I believe, is New Jersey. I believe this is one of 2 remaining Negro League stadiums that are still standing. I mean, obviously, it has not been touched, but there's the stands, some graffiti. These are in the style of the 33 Yaudis. The backs are, and there you can see. I'll leave that there. That this is the information there. If you want to pause it. And if that's something you're interested in, to reach out to Donna for that, because this is just, we had been speaking about this as she was working on it, and I just think it's great. It's got the nice matte feel to it. Very well made. Feels like an archives type of or Topps Living stock. So if that's something that interests you, do feel free to reach out to her. Again, here's if you want to pause it. Give her a follow on the Twitter and on the Instagram. That would be awesome. Okay, got a couple more packages here that I wanted to share with you guys because I enjoy this. The next one is a friend of mine from Canada. Yannick, and he mailed this out on December 10th, and it came in the mail today. So, almost 2 months later, there is your from Canada, from Quebec. He has sent stuff before, and just wanted to open this on camera because it took 2 months to get here, and I think that's pretty insane. I mean, again, that's the sign of the times, right? As Prince used to say. My friend Eric, may the holidays bring joy and peace to you and your family. Hope to have a chance to meet you in the future. All Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So there you go. I mean, here it is, February 8th, and it finally arrived. But, you know, it is what it is, right? So that's another nice card to go into the YouTube family album. Let's see, rubber bands are always handy. Packing material. Let's see what's in here. Oh, look at that, blue tape, already winning. Can reuse that to cover my flips because that really pisses off people for some reason. Just because I want people to be able to focus on the card and not the assigned grade. Hope you enjoy. Cheers. That's awesome. Let's see. I don't recognize these at all. 1983 team card, Super Crisp. I think this is a cereal set he was telling me about. Our very own Blue Jacket 66 is a foodie collector. So that's what it looks like it is. Mariners. There we go. Gives a little play in the Kingdom. Gives a little information. Let's see. Where are the Mets? Oh, look at that old California Angels. The old Astros logo. Royals, Twins. Where are the Mets? Phillies. O's. White Sox. Cardinals. There we go. Oh, look at that. There we go. How great is that? Expos. Oh, the old school Texas Rangers. So there were 1983. Played in Shea Stadium. New York began play in 62. Blah, blah, blah. This guy talks about Willie Mays, return to the Mets. That's awesome. I've never seen these before, sir. Thank you very much. Very happy to add those to the collection. Braves, Reds, Yankees, Red Sox, Tigers, Pirates, the old school Pirates. That's awesome. Never seen those before, sir. So thank you. They arrived. I know we've spoken about that a few times, but you know, as they say, better late than never. Thanks, Postal Service. Okay, the last package tonight arrived, and timely that I'm filming this in the afternoon because he wrote on it, "Please don't bend." But I guess that meant it was all right for the postal person, delivery person, to leave it in a pile of ice. So that is soggy right there. This is from a good friend of mine that I've known for 9 years now. Well, longer than that, but in person for 9 years now. He is like family to me. And I had asked him, sorry, I'm opening this up off camera because I don't want to knock all this stuff over. And he had asked, he had some cards that he showed off on the Twitters. And I had asked him if he still had them. There's one particular which I will show if I ever get this package opened. Getting there, I promise. We packaged it well. Huh. Well, let's open the other one. I guess it was good. It was double priority mail because. Oh, nice. All right. Just double checking to make sure I don't throw anything away. Oh, all right. I know what. Oh, all right. Say thanks, E. Enjoy and see you at the family reunion. Look inside. Now, that's my friend Kirk, Mr. Mint. He goes by Mr. Mint. No relation to Alan Rosen, but he is responsible for this card. If you've followed my channel any amount of time, if you're new here, go check out episode 150. I talk all about that card in detail. And Kirk is the one that coined the phrase family reunion, talking about the National, because we all get together at the National and it's like one big family reunion. We see each other once a year. We talk about what's going on. So he says, enjoy, look inside. Oh, here we go. Here's a sweet 86 Topps box bottom. Very well cut out with Gooden, Fisk, Guidry, and Pedro Guerrero. And I remember these, the 85 stickers. I remember these well. Just like 85 Topps, I opened so much. 85 stickers, I also opened a bunch. So I think he found a hoard of these, so he sent me just a couple to add to the collection. Always love that picture. Thank you, sir. Let's see what's here. There's an 81 Donruss wrapper. $81 Donruss wrapper. More rubber bands. Awesome. There is a broken PSA slab shell front for protection. A couple top loaders. And here we go. Wow. And this one is a bonus. Well, they're all bonus. Because, oh, it's an 87 leaf. This is not an 87 leaf wrapper. This is an 81 Donruss wrapper. Just an old CS2. CS1, actually, it's narrow. So, here's a wrong kind of music. Here's Hogan punching through a boombox from the 85 Topps wrestling set. And here's card number 1 from that set. That's on the... It's incredible what these have become in the last year. What these, as far as assigned value. This card is in really good shape. It's off-centered like most of them are, but if this were an 8-holder, it would not shock me. Probably a 7 if I had to assign a grade. But it really is amazing what these have exploded into as far as prices go and popularity. I think that they are not finished, and I think that, you know, in the nature of tonight's video with Elvis, with the Beatles, with the really excited 3PO, I think that it was only fitting that I showed this in tonight's video. And I think that, you know, in the nature of collecting, and we always used to, oh, wrestling, blah 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 blah. Well, you know what? Wrestling's pretty darn popular. If you don't like it, that's fine, but you might have kids and they like it and stuff like that. But I just think it was a very fitting end to tonight's video. I did know that was in there. The other stuff I did not. So again, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And as always, be kind.